Hi, Genki desu. Welcome to my new video. Tokyo Game Show was a super fun show. Here are the top 10 games that I enjoyed playing at this year's Tokyo Game Show. Please like and subscribe to support the channel. Number 10. Giga Bash. It was a cool multiplayer beat-em-up game that reminded me of games like Power Stone or Smash Bros. It was super fun and was a cool indie game that I got to play. Number 9. Star Ocean: The Divine Force. This is a new JRPG from Square Enix. I tried out the demo and yeah, it was okay. I think fans of JRPGs will enjoy this, but I felt some of the controls and gameplay mechanics were not as high production as I would have liked. For example, I didn't like the battle system in which your basic attacks are tied to AP. This means that when you run out of AP, then you can't even attack the enemy and you just have to run around and wait for your AP to recharge, or you'd have to switch to a different character in your party and to continue attacking. But some of the other combat moves were cool, such as the jetpack, which you could also use in the open world to jet around. I thought it was a cool mechanic using the jetpack, which you could then use to shoot up in the air and then slowly glide down. But I did feel that some of the movement in the open world felt a bit stiff. I think fans of JRPGs will enjoy this, but nothing revolutionary in my opinion. Number 8. Forspoken. I was really looking forward to Forspoken, but the demo I played at the Tokyo Game Show was not really doing it for me. I think you need more time to get used to the combat and the way the game plays. I found it a bit too fiddly and the controls were not intuitive. You had to use the circle wheel select menu too much during combat and I felt it disrupted the gameplay. Also, holding circle to run in the open world meant you could no longer use the camera stick while doing the magic parkour. The game looked amazing and the animations and effects were great, but in the short time I played, it wasn't clicking for me. Hopefully when the full game releases, I can give it another go and things will click. But at the moment, it wasn't the most fun to pick up and play. Number 7. Like a Dragon, Ishin. This was another cool game I got to try out at the Sega booth at the Tokyo Game Show. It is a remake of the Ryuga Gotoku Ishin game that released close to the launch of the PlayStation 4 in Japan. It was a Japan only game, so this time it will be coming to the West in the form of Like a Dragon Ishin. The graphics were really nice and the presentation was really cool, and it was more classic Yakuza style gameplay. I think Yakuza fans will have a great time with this game. Number 6. Piece Odyssey. This was a surprise hit for me. I wanted to try it out as it was a new JRPG coming from Bandai Namco and Ilka, the team that made the Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl remakes for the Nintendo Switch. I was really surprised with how good the presentation of this game was, and it really did feel fun to play. I guess some of the open world exploration can feel a bit too linear, but I felt the presentation reminded me a lot of Persona 5 in the cool flashy icons and it was well presented turn-based JRPG. I had a lot of fun with my short time with the game. Number 5. Sonic Frontiers. This was one of the most popular games at the Tokyo Game Show. There was a massive inflatable Sonic in the middle of the Sega booth that overtook the whole of the TGS show, and there was a massive queue for almost 2 hours to play Sonic Frontiers. They had loads of demo stations for PlayStation, Switch, Xbox and PC. It was more fun than I expected. Sonic games don't transition well into 3D. I was a big Sonic Adventure 2 fan from the GameCube days, but since then we have been struggling for a good decent 3D Sonic game, and I think this one is a good hope in a game that will be quite decent. I think when it releases it will be like an 8 out of 10 kind of game, but I felt it was quite fun to play. Exploring the open world was cool, and I felt the combat attacks felt good to perform as well. When you jump in the air, boost attack at the enemy, and then do your punch punch kick combo to the enemy, I felt it felt quite good. The bosses were also quite fun and inventive, and drawing the circle of light using Sonic's speed power was a really cool mechanic. Some of the open world traversal was a bit hard and the camera controls were still not that great, but I think this game has a lot of potential, and I'm looking forward to playing the full game when it releases. Number 4. Wo Long. I went to try out Wo Long, the new game from Team Ninja and Koei Tecmo. It was a really fun demo, super hard and challenging, and I died so many times, but it was super fun to keep trying over and over again. I got destroyed by the massive angry tiger inside the cave. I got to play on the Xbox Series X system. I felt the game ran really solid and was really fun to play and control. It was a cool game. Definitely check it out when it comes out. Number 3. Street Fighter 6. Street Fighter was really fun. It plays just as fun and amazing as it looked. The presentation and graphics felt really cool, stylish and smooth, and so was the gameplay. I got to play using the PlayStation 5 DualSense controller and also using arcade fight sticks that they had at the demo station. I even went back for a second time to play the game again because it was so much fun. I got to try out characters like Ken, Kimberly, Ryu, Guile, Chun-Li, Luke, Yuri and Jamie. It was super fun. The effects were super cool and colourful, and the game is just really fun and lively to play. This one is definitely going to be a hit. Number 2. Resident Evil Village for the PlayStation VR2. My number 2 game was definitely Resident Evil Village on the PlayStation VR2. It was such a cool and immersive experience. The PlayStation VR2 is really a next-gen experience and a big leap from the PlayStation VR1. The environments felt really tactile and realistic, and the graphics were super impressive. The resolution is a much bigger improvement with 4K displays this time inside the headset. Also, the controllers were really cool as well, which featured haptic feedback as well as adaptive triggers. I got a bit dizzy in there because it was so realistic and you're not moving in real life but your character is moving on the screen. Seeing Lady D in VR was crazy. She was so tall and massive, and it's a real roller coaster ride for your senses. It was a great demo. Number 1. Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII Reunion. My number 1 game from the Tokyo Game Show 2022 is Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII Reunion. It was so fun, I went back to play it twice. The first time I got to play on the Switch, and the second time I got to play on the PlayStation 5. Both games played really well and ran really smoothly. The combat has been overhauled and is much closer to that of Final Fantasy VII Remake. Also, the DMW roulette wheel system has also been reworked so that you can store up limit breaks and use them at your own will with the press of the triangle button. Also, the models and environments have been completely redone. It is a super fun game and I can't wait till this game releases. The combat was super cool, rolling and dodging and then slashing the enemy, and the combat seems like a massive step up from the PSP version. Also, the UI is taken right from Final Fantasy VII Remake. It is a super fun game and I can't wait for it to release this December. Thanks for watching this video. Those were my top 10 games that I played at the Tokyo Game Show. Let me know what you think and leave a comment in the comment section below. Thank you so much for checking out this video. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Jana!